All right, everybody. Welcome to your live power hour. We are going to work this 1 hour period, well, maybe a little less if we can get, I don't know what I'm doing here, if we can get things started. So here's what you need to know. In order to grow a business, it is utterly important that you are consistent. If you've ever read Sean T is for Transformation book, he talks about his superpowers, and he has like 7 of them, I believe. But I've realized along my journey over the last 4 years that one of my superpowers is consistency. No matter what is going on in my life, I show up in a workout. I show up with my superfoods. I show up 80% of the way in my nutrition most days. I'll even say more than that usually now. But that is my superpower, consistency. And just like you have consistency in your health and fitness journey to get your momentum going and to strive to reach motivation, you have to do the same thing with your business. You have to be consistent. You have to constantly be giving the ball like a forward motion and push. If you're not, then you're not going to get anywhere. So one of the things in my business that I am always consistent with is inviting. It sucks, but you have to do it. 99.9% of the people in this world will join your challenge group and join your team because you sent them an invitation, not because they watched you and they decided to reach out. It really doesn't work that way most of the time. Most people are nervous and scared and they don't understand, just like probably you and I when we first began. So reaching out because we have this gift to share is so important. So obviously, like your health and fitness journey takes consistency, your business takes consistency to make it grow. In growing your business, Success Club should be something that is a non-negotiable every month. It should be the minimum that you do in your business. Obviously, it is not required, but I strongly believe that hitting Success Club 5 every month grows your business and moves it forward. Moves it forward income-wise, rank-wise, volume-wise. The more success stories you have, the more people you are helping. And we've talked about before how to reach Success Club 5, and it's only helping 3 new people a month. So if you can scroll through your phone and see people you've texted in the last 24 hours or the last weekend, and there are people there that you've never invited, boom, you have people to invite. So a lot of times I think we get caught up on how to do this business or knowing all the things, and you don't need to know all the things right now. You just have to do the simple basic things every day that might seem mundane, that might seem, not very fun or not very exciting, but those are the things that are going to add up and build momentum. Just like in your health and fitness, when you do a week of 21-day fix and you expect results, but then you get to the end of 21-day fix and you see massive results. If you followed the program, if you did the little things consistently, did the 30-minute workout, drank your shake, used your portion fix containers, same thing. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to get started with, we're going to be working on this call. The first thing that I want you to get started with is I want you to, so for the most part, I see a lot of our coaches doing a great job at doing their workout and drinking their superfoods or their energize, and posting motivation. But what I don't see is people giving necessarily value in every post. And so I don't say that in a negative way or to say that what you're posting is invaluable. I say that so you can think, when you put up a post, is this serving someone? Is this giving value to someone? And if you look back and you read the last 10 posts on your Facebook page or your Instagram, would you reach out to that person or sign up with that person if they invited you? Would what they're sharing make sense to you? Remember, these are people who don't understand our world. So what I want you to do very quickly and in the next 4 minutes is I want you to take whatever personal development you've been doing, their book or whatever, take one quote or something you read today. I want you to put it on your Instagram. I want you to put a picture of yourself, and not the same kind of picture that you've had over the last, few posts or everything like that, but something different. And I want it to be of value. Normally, my motivational posts come from my personal development. And I also think it's really important that we have people understand that personal development is really important in this journey. So if we can get people to understand what we do every day as a coach, that's 5 to 10 minutes of personal development a day, or listening to an audiobook or something like that, and we share that, people start to get in the mindset like that they'll read a book or they'll listen to a podcast, and then their mindset will start to shift, and they might be more open to the opportunity that you are asking them to join. So for the next 3 minutes, just pick a picture that is of good quality of you, of some, not a stock photo, not a quote, but the picture is representing you. And then your post could be something you read from your personal development, and share. Be like, every day I strive to work on the thing that is in the feeding what's in between my ears, not just what's in my body. And today in my personal development, I read XYZ, and it stood out to me because make it of value to them. All right, so I'll give you 5 minutes. Okay. So you can, while you're finishing up that, I'm going to roll into the next piece. And so personal development, I think, is like your first and foremost thing you should do as a coach to grow your business. I'm going to tell you straight up that I am not somebody who um, was always consistent with personal development. And that is what makes or breaks your mindset in this business. If you don't think you can do something, you're not working on personal growth to fix that, you're not going to do it. Just had someone say in in my challenge group that they have been wanting to post a video of themselves working out, but they don't have the courage to do it. And I can tell you that they don't have the courage to do it because I know for a fact they are not doing personal development. And if they were doing personal development, they would just get over the feeling of fear and they would do it anyway. So, personal development first and foremost. I do not count. The next thing is your workout and your superfoods. Really, I think it's superfoods and then workout, but it just workout, superfoods, whatever. That is the second thing in your duties as a coach. They're not involved in your power hour or your like sit down coaching tasks, I say, because most of us do them anyway. So the next thing that's crucial in your business, and this is where most people just stop. So if you're going to stop right here, right now, then I guess we'll just see you in the next power hour and hopefully you reach Success Club somehow yourself. But if you're going to continue along with us, you have to continue to the third part here, inviting. And so inviting, like I said before, you need to look at this 110% as a gift that you have to give people. And what I ask you guys to realize and understand is if you were to take away Beachbody tomorrow, take away Shakeology, take away working out, take away our community and everything else about Beachbody, would your life be better tomorrow? And I've not run across one person who has said it would be better. Okay? And so if you want to challenge me on that, we can talk about it. But you have a gift to share with people. This is not something extra to add people's plates to make them more busy. This is not something that's going to take away from them. This is going to give them. Yes, they are going to feel like it's a little daunting at first or it's extra because they're not used to it. It's uncomfortable. But you have this gift that is going to give people better health, give people more community, give people a safe space to be themselves. You are going to give people a gift of, income. You are going to give people a gift to be able to supplement things at home, to travel, to do all sorts of things. So every time you go to invite, whether you're afraid or if you are afraid, I want you to just set up your invite and hit send. And I want you to say, I have a gift to share and I'm sharing it right now. And then you move on to the next person and you say, this is a gift that needs to be shared. End of story. Move on to the next invite. And every time you say that, you're putting it out there that you have a gift to share. If you say, well, I could invite this person, but they're going to say no, or they're going to tell me it's too expensive. Well, you're putting out there that it's good. You're putting that negative energy out there. And that's what you're thinking about. And that's what's going on in your head. So here's where we go to invite. First and foremost, people say, who do I invite? Well, very basic. Let's start simple. Let's start with your family and friends. Let's start with anybody who has commented or liked on a photo or a story that you've shared. If you have yet to share a story or a photo, let's just go to your followers or your friends list on Facebook and pick 5 people to invite to do the next challenge with you. You don't have to have posted anything to invite them to do this with you and catch up with them and have fun together for a month and, make this a fun thing. So you're going to check in with friends and family. You are going to message people you have that have liked and commented on your posts, whether it's I'm in or whether it's just, oh, you look great. You're going to message them. You are going to find people that follow you or that are on your friends list from Facebook. If you have not yet put any posts out there where people have content about health and fitness. If you are someone who already just posts on Facebook about your life and, your kids and all of that, then go to a post that has a lot of likes. And right there, it's plain and simple. See if there's anybody on that list that you would enjoy doing a boot camp with and ask them to join you. And plain and simple as that. Now, I'm going to give you what to say to these people because I want it to be simple. So I have a 3-step, well, it's 4 steps, but I have a 4-step template that I'm going to share. And obviously, take it and use it, but obviously make it your words. And don't overcomplicate it. Don't make it longer than it already is. I've seen good success with it. I've tried to make it simple and, plain non-Beachbody talk, but this is how an invite would go. Hey, Kim, hope your day went well. You may have seen I've been doing a 21-day nutrition and fitness program. I'm going on to my next 21 days before Memorial Day and looking for a few determined women to do it with and to keep super accountable. I thought of you as a busy lady and how positive and supportive the community is. I think that's something you would love. Do you think you could benefit from something like that? It'd be great to get to know each other more and have fun together. Or if you know them, it would be great to catch up with one another and have fun together. That's it, plain and simple. So what I did over the last few days was I just compiled a list of people that I was going to invite, and I just sent that. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Just got it done. And I can tell you, I did this on purpose. I can tell you I had 100 names written down. And of the 100 names in 2 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people wrote me back so far in 2 days out of 100 people. So I want you to think about it this way. If you are only sending 1 or 2 invites a day, of course, nobody is probably going to respond. I had to send 100 invites in 2 days to have 12 people respond to me. Like, let that sink in. Not saying that to scare you. I'm not saying that to make you feel like you have to send out massive invites and invitations. But if you want to grow your business and help 3 to 5 people a month, you have to do more than 1 to 2 invites a day. Okay, so you send that invite and they get back to you. I have the template to give you for what to say as the conversation flows, as they come back and say, hey, I'm totally interested. What is the details? I have something, you respond to that. Then if they say, okay, what's the cost? I have what you can respond to that. And then I have what to respond with next. So I'll give you that to flow into, but right now for the next, we're going to do this for 10 minutes. We're going to find people to invite. And I'm going to paste this in the chat for you, Carrie. You're going to send them, and you don't have to use it, but you can if you want. You're going to send as many of these as you can in 10 minutes. You are not going to think about it. You are not going to overthink it. You are just going to go to posts that people have liked and commented on and send this. Doesn't matter if you've messaged them last month or a year ago. Doesn't matter if you've never messaged them before. Okay? So let's just do this real quick, and I'm going to do it too. And now I'm sweating. So 10 minutes. Here we go. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to connect with people, because here's the thing, you're not going to have people commenting or liking on your stuff if you are not connecting with people first. Well, let me go back and rephrase this. You're not going to have people commenting and liking on your content if you're not putting any content out there. So really, this goes back to what we did with PD in number one, and we put out a post. So that post is hopefully going to generate people to connect with or invite. But what we're going to do now is we're going to just connect with people. So here's how I like to connect with people best, and I find it's just super easy. I will go to my Facebook birthdays, and I will look at the people whose birthdays it was yesterday or that it is tomorrow, not today. Because if it's somebody's birthday today, 9 times out of 10, they're just going to respond real quick and be like, oh, thanks, because they're busy like for their birthday. Um, so if you message somebody that's birthday was yesterday and it does show you on Facebook yesterday's and the next days, then you have an opportunity to have a conversation with somebody. So you can message somebody and say, hey girl, saw it was your birthday yesterday. Hope you had a fantastic day. Did you do anything fun? Straight up, no Beachbody related, just a connection message. Same thing if it's their birthday tomorrow. Hey girl, I see that it's your birthday tomorrow. I'm sure you're going to be flooded with messages then. I just wanted to send you a message tonight. Do you have anything fun planned? That's it. So Facebook birthdays is somewhere I really like to go. And then on Instagram, they don't really tell us birthdays or anything special like that. But what I do like to do is go to my what I do like to do is go to my Instagram and check out who started following me that day. So hopefully you have new people following you every day. That'll be our next step. We'll talk about earning new followers. But right now, for 5 minutes, very quickly, I want you to send some sort of connection message totally unrelated to Beachbody, whether it's a birthday message on Facebook or to a new follower on Instagram, just saying, hey, thanks so much for the follow. You could even just be like, so cool to connect with you. How did you come across my page? I always think that's like kind of cool to figure out how they found you. And that's it. So we'll do that for 5 minutes. Okay, we're going to move on to the next thing. So I just talked about how if you're struggling to find people to connect with and to invite from new followers, or who you're connected with on Facebook, if you're struggling with finding people to invite based off who likes and comments on your posts, it's probably because you aren't actively growing your following. You have to be actively growing your following, and I by no means want you to forget your circle of people that are around you right now. So right here and right now, however many followers you have on Instagram, however many friends you have on Facebook, I want you to keep those people in your back pocket and always be going to them when you can't think, when you don't see a new person from your stories or from your posts to invite. I want you to go to them in your back pocket. But what you need to be doing is continuously having new eyes on your content. Otherwise, you're going to run out of people to invite. Eventually, you will. And there's so many people out there that A, could be your people that you are like missing out on hanging out with, and two, who could really use this gift. That there's so many people out there who don't know what Beachbody is, who don't know that we're more than just you know um, insanity and P90X and all of that, who don't know that we have this coaching opportunity and they need you to talk about it. So here's what you're going to do. You need to grow your following, and in doing that, I think it's super important that when you grow your following, you're doing it intentionally. Nothing is worse than seeing your following go up, but it just being a bunch of nobodies, like crappy accounts or people that you wouldn't want to jive with or who post negatively. So if you're on Instagram or Facebook, what I suggest you do to grow your following, plain and simple, easy as night and day, is your go to someone that already follows you. Okay, most notably, probably like a friend. So go to a friend who already follows you, and then go to their friends. So on Facebook, it would be like you go to their Facebook profile, you go to their friends, and then it would suggest people you may know. On Instagram, it would be you go to a friend's page that follows you, you go to their followers, and you start looking through and you start adding people. So that's what we're going to do for the next 10 minutes. You're just going to be intentional. You're going to go to a friend's page, whether on Instagram or Facebook, and you're going to look through their friends and add people, but be intentional about it. Like, I'm not going to go to somebody's page who is like, I really want to add moms to my network. Okay. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to start going through my friends' friends who are moms, but I'm not going to be like so limited where I would turn away someone who is not a mom, but who does have things that I like and have in common with, such as like traveling, or hanging out with girlfriends, or reading, or if I see their stories and they're watching Grey's Anatomy, obviously, like, those are my people too. They just don't have kids, which, you know what, it's great to have friends who don't have kids sometimes, because when you are able to get away, you don't want to be around more kids. So, all right, for 10 minutes, we are going to add to our following. And you need to track your following. So on Facebook and Instagram, once a week, you need to go to your followers and see how many are there and make sure that the number's going up every week. And that in turn should get you more eyes on your stuff. Okay, we're going to do this for 2 more minutes. Okay, so at this point, you have added new people to follow you back. You have posted some sort of content for the day if you hadn't already posted some sort of content that was of value. You have invited people to a challenge group, and you have connected with people, whether that's via birthday messages or new followers and friends. And lastly, what we're going to do is spend, like, this should really take no time at all, but we're going to spend like 3 to 5 minutes popping in to your challenge group, whether it's the one that you're hosting and the one that you're in with your coach, and into the team page. And you're going to do a quick scroll, acknowledge and comment on people's posts. You're going to do a quick scroll through the team page, make sure there's nothing that you've missed, because Facebook doesn't like to show us stuff for some reason. So if you are not intentional about going into the group, you're going to miss the content. I think it's so much less, like, what's the word? I think it makes life so much easier. You feel way less frazzled. You feel like you spent way less time looking at your phone throughout the day when you just intentionally go in the groups once or twice a day and schedule your content for the next day. If you have a post that's like you want to share, or if you need to check in on your people and check in on the team. That way, when you go, like, you really shouldn't be going, I don't want you thinking you're working your business when you're just going on Facebook and checking notifications all day. That's not working your business. What's working your business is loving on the people in your challenge group and building up that community, and making sure you're loving on the people in your team and showing support and, learning and growing there. So just real quick, pop in there, 3 to 5 minutes, and we'll move on. Okay. So we're going to wrap this up. I wanted to keep this really kind of under 1 hour because I want this to be tangible and easy for you guys to duplicate. I think, obviously, as you have seen, though, going through this, these are things that if you can't sit down for 1 hour, you can take them and do them throughout your day in little 5 to 10 minute pockets. And I think that's what a lot of us do. Even if you have time to sit down for an hour, it doesn't always flow, and it's not as always productive. I mean, text messages are coming through, a kid might be crying, or somebody might be asking you for something. So 5 to 10 minutes throughout the day, if you can just do these little things, seriously, over time they will grow your business. Now, lastly, I just kind of want to reiterate one thing, that you're doing all these things we talked about, your personal development, your workout, your superfoods, you're eating right, you're taking care of you, you're inviting, and you're, adding followers and making connections. The last thing that I just want to reiterate, though, that kind of is like the umbrella over all of that, is that you have to be sharing your journey once a day. If stories, Instagram stories and Facebook stories make it so much easier now to share more throughout the day, which is great. That's like your behind the scenes life, and really like less Beachbody, more you. But you have to be giving some sort of content once a day. So come up with a plan for your social media and whatever that is. So I like to always recommend that people on Sunday nights, Tuesday nights, and Thursday nights post some sort of call to action post with a before and after photo, whether it's yours, someone from our teams, someone from your challenge groups. But you're putting that you're consistently sharing that so that your new followers have something to see. If you're adding new followers but you haven't posted a transformation photo since 2 weeks ago, they're probably not going to scroll down to see that. If you're adding new followers and the first 3-4 photos on your page are just like stock Pinterest quotes and shared like, funny memes and things like that, that may or may not get their interest and really like draw them into you. So if you go to my page, if you go to, some of the other coaches in the network that I really think do a great job with their social media, Julie Voorhees, Christina Delgado, who else is somebody that I really think, Amber Kuiper, and people like that. I think if you go there and you look at things that they post, their posts aren't just throwing up a post of them after their workout, saying what day it was, saying, what the trainer said and, how they felt through it. It's like valuable. It's like telling a story. So it's them maybe, I don't know, maybe just showing a move or holding a weight or, on their mat or, post workout, but like somewhere different in their house or whatever. But they're telling a story about, what working out did for them, or something they thought about during their workout, or something the trainer said during the workout that resonates to their everyday life and that helps them. So you've got to be giving value in your posts. Now, if you're going to post more than once a day, then obviously not everything has to be super intense and vulnerable. Like clearly, obviously, like make things light and fun. Be bright, be fun, be light. But if you're going to only post once a day, make it valuable. If you posted your sweaty selfie today, maybe tomorrow post you doing some like coaching work behind the scenes. The next day, maybe post a family photo. The next day, and the next day post something just lifestyle. So whatever, maybe you just went on a trip, or maybe you had a great dinner out or whatever, but revolve your posts so that not every post is just food, 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 shake, 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 transformation, transformation, transformation. Like give variety, like draw people in. Nothing is like crazier to me than when I go to a page and it's just all quotes. And like, it's too much. Nothing is crazier to me when it's all the same picture for the last like 20 frames. Like give me something to want to read your post, like draw me in a little bit. So it's really important that whatever you're posting once a day is just of some sort of value, and it feels some sort of, you're telling a story to people, because that's what people want. They want an inside scoop. They want to know what you're up to. They want to know things about you. They don't want to know, what Shaun T said today in the workout, because they don't know who Shaun T is unless they're one of us. And, put that in your challenge group if you want, if you're really dying to. But otherwise, if you're not posting content consistently, those new followers aren't going to have things to look at and engage with. Therefore, you're not going to have people to message and invite. Same thing. If you're not adding new followers to your page, nobody new is going to be looking at your content that you put on. It's like this circle that just keeps going round and round. Everything kind of affects one thing over the other. Like everything kind of like the 6 points of whatever it's called, degree of separation or something. Everything's all sort of connected. Okay. So that's it. That's your basic power hour tasks that you need to be doing 5 days a week to grow your business. If you have any questions, feel free to, send us a message in the team page, tag your coach, and reach out there. But keep in mind, you have got to be doing this to reach your goals. And if your goal is to just, idly sit by and, maybe sell a challenge pack, maybe get one person into your boot camp next month, maybe, have a goal of in August getting 2 more people, like that's not going to make you push. That's not exciting enough. That's not stretching enough. You're just going to feel like, oh, I can just throw up a post tomorrow night, and if anybody bites, they bite. But if you actually have specific tasks to work from, if you have specific numbers to kind of fall back to as an understanding of what you need to do, it's going to be so much simpler and less work on your end. You're not going to have to think about it as much, and your consistency over time will pay off, and it won't be a struggle every month to reach your goal of Success Club, or help 5 new people in a challenge group, or hit Diamond by Summit, or whatever your goal is. So that's it. I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Any questions, post them in the team page.